Freaky was written and directed by Christopher Landon, the same director who brought us Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You, and I'm pretty hopeful for Happy Death Day 3 to finish off his trilogy, and stars Vince Vaughn and Kathryn Newton. A mystical ancient dagger causes a notorious killer and to magically switch bodies with a 17-year-old girl. And so they have to get this magical ancient dagger back and get back into their normal bodies before it's too late. Freaky was a movie that had my interest because I didn't know what this movie was going to be. I personally thought this was going to be a Happy Death Day movie in disguise, or another Friday 13th movie mixed with the Freaky Friday element in disguise. But because it was Christopher Landon, it had me interested. And also Blumhouse, despite not having the greatest success with Fantasy Island or some of their other bad movies, they have a great track record of films. I loved The Invisible Man. That was one of my favorite movies of 2020. And I was interested to see which route this was going to go. And then I heard from this from one of my great YouTube buddies, and he told me about it, and I decided I'm going to give this movie a watch. This looks kind of fun. And I ended up actually really enjoying Freaky. This was definitely one of the biggest surprises for me of last year. Starting off with the positives here, Vince Vaughn and Kathryn Newton. They are the two actors who is basically the glue that holds this movie together. I thought they did a very great job in the roles they played. Yes, it does get to a point where Kathryn Newton has to play Vince Vaughn's part and Vince Vaughn has to play their part, but I think they did very well off each other there. There was a lot of great banter and a lot of great funny moments with Vince Vaughn that I thought was very entertaining. I thought it was very awesome. And Vince Vaughn, to watch him play a serial killer and also get trapped into a 17-year-old girl's body, it had me laughing a lot through this movie. His humor was perfect timing, and I thought it was very hilarious in his part. Kathryn Newton as well. She doesn't have a whole lot to say or a whole lot to do, but Kathryn Newton does a really great job in her role as Millie. I was very impressed with her. She has been an actress I've been wanting to see more of. She was great in Little Woman. I've been seeing her ever since Lady Bird, and I honestly forgot she was in Bad Teacher. Blockers, she was good into Three Billboards. While I'm not a fan of that movie, I actually really liked it. And I actually liked her in Little Women, and I liked her in Paranormal Activity 4, which was the last good Paranormal Activity movie. And she was great in Pokemon Detective Pikachu. And here, she proves herself again. Yes, she is told to act like the normal high school girl, with her being the nerdy girl and who loves her family, gets good grades stuff. It is basically the stereotypical high school kid, but she does it in a way that's very impressive. But when she starts acting like Vince Vaughn's character, going around killing people, it just made her performance even more fun and made it more awesome to watch. And I can't wait to see her in Ant-Man and the Wasp in the quantum realm. She will be taking over for Emma Thurman as Cassie Lane in that movie, so I can't wait to see what she does in that movie. Also, everyone else in the cast does a really good job. You also have Celeste O'Connor in this movie as well, and I thought she did a great job. So the acting is good all the way around. Direction and writing wise, I think the direction and writing is very strong here. Christopher Landon, he's able to take these multiple genres, thriller, horror, comedy, and fantasy, and make them work. Because any director like this could easily be a train wreck. But he does this in a way that is very fun and very entertaining. And I am a fan of Christopher Landon's previous work. I love Happy Death Day. I love Happy Death Day to You. Paranormal Activity, the Mark ones, was not his best, but I don't blame him for that. And Happy Death Day 3, I hope we get. And I'm actually one of the few people who love Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. I thought that was a fun, entertaining film that made me laugh. Yes, it has problems, but Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, I have a fun time with it. And his writing and direction here is very fun. There are a few jokes, a couple of times that didn't really work, with a few jokes that some people have been calling out with some of the political jokes, but it wasn't an SJW movie. That is the lamest criticism I've heard toward this movie. Yes, there is a gay joke, which in real life the director, he is gay, but I can live with some of the jokes that didn't work. They were never offensive by any means. It wasn't like he pulled a Ghostbusters 2016 out of it. Also, the music in this movie by McCreary is also really good. I love his musical score. I like his music for 10 Cloverfield Lane. His music in the Babysitter movies was good. His music in Fantasy Island was awesome. His score for Ava was awesome. And the Child's Play 2019 remake was awesome. But my favorite movie soundtrack of his is Godzilla King of the Monsters. I think he understood what that movie was doing in terms of Godzilla's score, and he did a great job there. Bear McCreary is definitely one of those composers that I love hearing for it. Also, the cinematography and the production design, the costume design is very well accurate. I love the costume design, the setting, and the tones that they use with this movie. I think the tones are very well handled here. I didn't feel like they half-assed it. I didn't feel like he was phoning it in. His cinematography work was very amazing here. I loved it. And I almost forgot to talk about the kills. The kills in this movie are very creative, very crazy, and is pretty surprising. It's easily pretty gory. I do like a lot of the gore of the movies here. They're not explicitly gory or viscerally gory, but the kills, they get the job done. It's a slasher comedy. And I do like the idea of basically taking Freaky Friday, Scream, and Friday the 13th and making it into this one comedy horror movie. I thought that was a very nice touch too. Unfortunately, as much as I do love this movie, I do have quite a few issues with it. Like I said, there were some jokes that didn't really hit a home run for me. There were some jokes I felt like weren't needed. Also, I felt like you could have done more with Kathryn Newton. As I said in my positives, when she's not playing Crazy Killer, because when she's playing Crazy Killer, Ordinary Girl, she is awesome. And also, some of her friends I could have used a little bit more out of. But there was still a lot of things for me I actually really liked. In the end, I was very happy with Freaky. Freaky was a very funny, entertaining slasher horror comedy that knew what it was. It wasn't trying to be so serious. It wasn't trying to be anything it wasn't be. It knew just right. The acting is good. The direction and writing is fun. The cinematography work is awesome. There were a few jokes that weren't all that great, and I could have used more out of some of the other characters here, but I do think there is a lot more good than bad when it comes to this movie. And I would love to see more if they ever do a second one. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give Freaky an Epictastic. One of my highest grades, because this was a fun time. If you have VOD, or if you didn't get the chance to see it in theaters, watch this movie. It is awesome. So, that was my review of Freaky. Let me know in the comment section down below, what did you guys think of Freaky? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or are you somewhere in the middle? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys like what you see here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell to get notified when the newest videos are up, when I go do live streams or when I do create posts in my community tab. Otherwise, you won't get notified for any one of those. My social media links are in the description box down below. Please be sure to like this video, comment on this video, and share this video with your family and friends. If you want to send money to my channel or you want to send fan mail, you can email me or DM me privately as well to do that. Or if you want to send something off my Amazon wish list, that's perfectly fine with me. Also, check out my merchandise store as well. So with that being said, you guys keep cool and join the Epictasticness.